Produced this album, we co-produced this with Keith Olsen in Los Angeles, Goodnight LA, and it was the first album actually we recorded in America.
And all of you guys also contributed, right? Writing?
Yeah, everybody came up with songs this time. We had, I mean, everybody, even Francis, you know, he never came up with a song, you know?
Yeah, never before, and, you know, now he came up with a good one.
Yeah, it's a great mix of Scorpion songs. I mean, in the past, it's been most of the time Rudolf and me did the songs, I did the lyrics, I wrote the music. But this time, I mean, I came up with music, you know. Francis did, Matthias, Herman, everybody. So it's a great mix, and we had a lot of songs. It was enough stuff for a double album, I guess, you know. It was it was really different to work in America, and it was great to work with Keith, you know.
Right.
It really gave us this kind of relaxed feel, and we really enjoyed doing this album. We had a lot of fun.
Talk more about that. We'll have the Scorpions back with us basically the whole night. But right now it's time for number 5 Skull Crusher of the Week, debuting on the countdown. This is a great album. If you haven't gotten it yet, get it. This is Judas Priest with Painkiller. It's the Headbangers Ball. Got Klaus and Matthias from the Scorpions on the Headbangers Ball. Right. Very good. I'm excited. I'm having fun. Now, a few months ago, you guys performed at Roger Waters' Wall concert in Germany. What was that like?
That was very exciting.
I don't think there were any other hard rock bands playing, were there?
Not really. Brian Adams maybe came close.
Other than the Scorpions, Brian Adams were like the hardest it got.
Yeah, that's right. And that was very exciting.
Now, did Roger Waters contact you, or did you tell them you'd like to be a part of it?
Yes.
That's pretty
he called us up,
concert.
basically, and so we agreed on like being part of that show, which is different to us. We've never done something like that before, like being part of a rock opera or just playing somebody else's music on stage. We've never done that, you know. We did the opening song called In the Flesh. And it was fun to play there, and what was not so funny is that, you know, you go on stage and there are 300,000 people and you have to go off stage after only 3.5 minutes.
Right. Because everybody
that's something, you know,
song and
we've never experienced before, but, you know, we had to live with that. We would have liked to stay, you know, and to play a couple of Scorpions, but we had to stick to the whole, you know, structure of this musical, and but it was very, you know, very great.
Right. I mean, we played some big shows in the last 10 years, you know, but I mean, the Wall in Berlin, for us as a German band, to be on Potsdamer Platz, on this historic location, right on no man's land, you know, it was very emotional for us. I mean, this stage was so big, it was huge. I mean, Matthias was playing in East Berlin, I was singing in West Berlin. That's how big it was, you know.
I also understand,
amazing.
Didn't it also, it was inspiration for a song that you wrote that's on the new album?
Well, no, that's more the inspiration came from Moscow. We played at the Moscow Music Peace Festival last year.
That's the song Winds of Change,
Wind of Change, right. I mean, you really could feel, I mean, the first night in Moscow, you know, we went on the river, on the Moskva, you know, with journalists from all over the world, you know, and that night the Hard Rock Cafe had set up a barbecue right in Gorky Park, you know, and they had loudspeakers and cranking up some tunes and stuff, and you know, there were like Russian soldiers and MTV people, you know, and people from all over the world, you know, and I just couldn't believe, hey, this is the heart of Moscow, you know, you're in the middle of Russia. It was, you really could feel things are changing, you know. And when I came back, the song Wind of Change came to me, you know. It was about this whole Russian experience, and 6-8 weeks later, the Berlin Wall came down. So it was all up in the air.
You need to be part of the historical event. And we're going to be back, of course, talking to you guys. But right now it's time to vote for this week's Ball Buster. Now we're putting last week's winner up against Jet Boy with Evil. Mickey Finn's sporting the real vicious mohawk in this video. The number to call is 1-900-370-0100. Each call costs 50 cents. And now you'll see both videos. So call up and vote for your favorite, starting with last week's winner right now. We're on the Headbangers Ball with the guys from the Scorpions who have a new video which we're going to be seeing soon on the Headbangers Ball. Of course, you'll see it soon on the Headbangers Ball. And in a few minutes, you'll see the world premiere of the new Rat video, Shame, Shame, Shame. But here is number 4, Skull Crusher of the Week. Down 2 from last week, it's Motley Crue with Same Old Situation.
Hi, I'm Klaus Meine of the Scorpions. It's the second hour of the Headbangers Ball. Videos are on the way from
AC/DC, Poison, Warrant, Iggy Pop, and Extreme.
Right now, here's the world premiere from Red. Shame, shame, shame.
Hi, Bloods.
Yeah. Hi, Bob.
I'm Ricky Rackman here on the Headbangers Ball. Now, I'm going to give you guys some titles that are going to be on the next album. And since it's not out in the stores yet, it will be out
November 6th.
November 6th.
Yeah.
So just plug the album again, and it's called
Crazy World.
Crazy
Hey,
World,
it's a crazy
the new
world.
album by the Scorpions that we're not going to tell you that it's going to be out November 6th. And we don't want to plug it too much, so we won't say go out and buy the new Scorpions album that comes out November 6th called Crazy World. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's gonna be Crazy World too as well.
So tell me some of the songs on the album. For instance, if I just mention some titles, since you guys haven't gotten the album out, which comes out November 6th, you can tell me a little bit what some of them are about. For instance, Send Me an Angel.
Send Me an Angel. I mean, that song was around for a while. You know, just the structure of the song. Rudolph played it me some years ago for the first time, and to me it was always very spiritual. You know, it's for me. It's hard to explain. You know, where the lyrics came from. I picked it up from somewhere. You know, but it was so perfect with the music. It's a very spiritual kind of feel. You know, like here I am in the land of the morning star. Mm-hmm. It's perfect with the music. So I tried to find the right words for what the music already said.
How about Lust or Love?
Well, that song is born out of
Right.
Yeah, that song was born out of a jet lag, you know. I was in Vancouver, you know, and woke up like 4 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden the song came to me, you know.
So the inspiration just
Inspiration
anytime.
hit
You
like
never
this,
know when
like
they're going to hit,
this.
right?
Yeah, so I called Rudolph. I said, hey, Rudolph, you have a tape recorder? I don't have a tape recorder with me, you know. I have this song, you know. I don't want to lose it, you know. I come down, you know, I tape it. So 5 o'clock in the morning, I went to Rudolph, you know, and he went, oh, you must be crazy, you know. I said, come on, let's put this on tape, you know, and we wrote the lyrics the same day, and the end of that night, it was on tape, you know, the basic structure, like a demo, like a first. We did a very good pre-production, you know, and we did some writing with a guy, Jim Valance, in Vancouver. And that same day in Jimmy's
Jim
place...
Valance also worked with Aerosmith before.
That's right, that's right. So we had a hell of a great time there in Vancouver, and that very day we went to Jimmy's place, wrote the lyrics together, and put it on tape, you know.
Okay. Well, we're not going to let you go that easily. We're gonna spend the whole night with these guys. Up next is Extreme. Now, Dweezil Zappa plays some guitar. You like saying Dweezil Zappa?
Dweezil, those weasels.
Dweezil plays guitar on the band's latest album, Some Guitar, and the latest album of Extreme 2, Pornography. How did he get involved with the band? Here's more.
You know, asking him to play on it, so I did. I didn't let him play too much, man, because he scares me. The guitar playing scares me. And I just wanted him just to play a little bit of solo here and there, because I'm threatened. I'm threatened.
Why did you want to be on the Extreme album?
Because Nuno's an insane guitar player, and I've been a huge fan. And then, of course, I had to have him be on my record, and he ended up co-producing it and singing all over it, and now I want to punch him. Actually, I gave him a lot of money to say that, so...
For those of you that didn't notice, if you notice that bald guy in the background, that's Mickey Finn of Jet Boy, who is in the Ballbusters. Anyways, here's Extreme with Decadence Dance. It's the Headbangers Ball with the guys from the Scorpions. Now, before we were just throwing out titles, kind of finding out what some of these songs mean to you. And now, your native tongue is German, right?
That's right.
But obviously you speak English very well.
Wir können uns auch in Deutsch weiter unterhalten. Was hältst du davon, Matthias?
Können wir machen.
Ja, das wäre gar nicht so schlecht. What do you think, Ricky?
That's just what I was going to say. Now,
you know what? In the early days, when my English was not that good, you know, I remember when we went to England, like in the 70s or stuff, you know, and we had to go on the radio, live on the air, and I felt so weird, you know, when you're not very good with the language and stuff. So, and I was talking like hell, you know, I was talking rap, 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 because I thought I'm in good shape as long as I'm talking. And the reason I did it was because I was afraid when the next question comes up, maybe I don't understand at all, you know.
So when there was one good question, so people have a hard time understanding.
It's different nowadays.
People even that speak English have a hard time understanding my English. So if you have any questions,
Where are you from?
I'm from here, but I still just have a hard time speaking English. Now, do you ever write songs in German?
No, we never did, actually. I mean, I think for this kind of music, I mean, we grew up with English and American music, so this kind of music, it sounded perfect only with English lyrics, you know. So that's why it was for me when I started writing lyrics, even though I couldn't speak the language, you know.
So you wrote lyrics
it felt pretty natural, you know. In the early days, you know, I mean, I was singing like I made it sound like English. It wasn't English at all. It was like, what gave me something better, what the gonna tell me, baby?
And everybody's
something
going,
like
yeah.
that. And everybody went like, yeah, that sounds great, you know. And I mean, but I was in trouble when the echo machine